news from January 19th, Tuesday, January 19th. We normally do these at 7:30 a.m. We did one this morning. Unfortunately, the recording or the live stream or the compressing or whatever happens on the YouTube side was below par. So we're just going to redo it. I went ahead and did I delete? I guess I deleted the other one. So I'm just going to go through it again. If you don't know, because this is the afternoon, this is my puppy, Jimbo. He's 15 and a half. He's not letting me sleep all that much. But today I was able to get 5 hours in a row. First time in like 6 weeks. So I am still a happy camper. So first thing to note is just completed 3 hours of interviews, and those are posting or uploading now. They will go live throughout the day and a couple tomorrow morning. We actually spoke with Brian Lebo from Las Vegas, and there's some amazing things going on in the Vegas market. That video will upload tomorrow, I think at 10 a.m. We went ahead and talked to Matt, one of our multimillionaire experts on the East Coast, and we really talked about what are some surprises that could happen to the downside. So we talked about the eviction moratorium going longer, perhaps till 2022. We talked about price drops of 20% and what might happen. And we pontificated what would happen if interest rates jumped from 3 to 6%. Then from there, we went on to speak with Omar, who we talked is an agent, broker, real estate entrepreneur. We talked about what happens if inventory tripled. We talked about what happens if the first-time homebuyer program changed, maybe from 3.5% down to 10%. And we talked about what happens if new construction collapses or falls by 50% because of inflation in materials and perhaps labor. Exciting conversations. And then from there, we also went on to talk about Omar losing or potentially losing $100,000 in profit and what he learned from those two lessons and share with you. So again, lots of great content coming, but let's get into the daily financial news. Again, normally done at 7:30, had quality problems, so we're just going to do it again. The biggest news of the day is Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen has already come out and talked about we need to act big. The next relief package needs to help the U.S. economy rebuild. And when I read that this morning at 5 in the morning or 5:15 or whenever it was, it kind of sent shivers down my spine. We've already done a 3.3 trillion. We just did another 900 billion. We have a 1.9 on the table. And we have Janet Yellen saying we must act big. We must go bigger. We must jumpstart the economy. I don't know, jumpstart the economy? It kind of feels like the economy is already jumpstarting itself. Maybe it's help it go faster. Maybe it's help it accelerate. But I think it's kind of disingenuous to say the economy isn't restarting. Look at one of the upgrades of this morning, a double upgrade by JP Morgan. Upgraded American Express from essentially sell to buy. They call that a double upgrade because it doesn't go from sell to neutral, neutral to buy. They went right from sell to buy. Now in JP Morgan's speak, it is underweight to overweight, but that's just because they never want to say sell. Yeah, whatever. The other thing that we are seeing in Janet Yellen's speech is she is fearful of a double dip recession. I don't know, right? It kind of feels like things are already moving forward. Feels like Q1 could be soft, but Q2 will be better than Q1 and Q3 better than Q2. It is very clear we have a K-shaped recovery. We've been talking about that on this channel for quite some time. The dollar, right? It is soft. And she's talking about the national debt. It does make me nervous that she is already out there talking about basically go big or go home. What really scares me is this is option 1 of 2. Because not only do we have the stimulus going out for another trillion or $2 trillion, but we could potentially have an infrastructure bill right behind it, which might be bigger. And that again sends shivers down my spine. Not only talking about the double upgrade of American Express at JP Morgan, but we have reports from Goldman Sachs, earnings report. And if you don't remember, 90 days ago when we did this daily show, Goldman Sachs crushed analysts. Well, they did it again. I don't know what it's going to take for analysts to even get close to what Goldman Sachs is doing. They beat top and bottom. Analysts thought Goldman would earn $7.47. They actually earned $12.08, nearly a $5 beat. They thought Goldman Sachs would do $9.9 billion in top line revenue. They did $11.74 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of revenue. Bank of America also reported today. They were not the same story. They beat the top but missed the bottom line. What I took from Bank of America's earnings announcement is they actually executed $3.2 billion in stock buybacks. I don't know how I feel about that. We did a lot of talk about stock buybacks in March and April of last year, about companies buying their stock back instead of having reserves, and then we, the American people, have to bail them out. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like we learn. It doesn't seem. On another side, work from home. We have Logitech coming out and raising their annual forecast. Logitech sells keyboards, mouses, things that were very dominant in work from home. Again, work from home being real. Shout out to Tesla. Tesla has now delivered their first vehicle out of their Shanghai Giga factory. Congratulations. That is a big deal. I suspect that will be one of the biggest, it could be the biggest deal of the year, meaning that's another factory producing cars that produces revenue for Tesla. Again, they are executing quite well. Looks like the first car to roll off the assembly line was the Model Y. So that is big news. On a statistics front, one of the things you know that I like to watch as a real estate guy to figure out what markets are growing or shrinking is good old Uhaul. Yes, if you've ever gone to the U-Haul rate and you want to see how a market is performing, do something like this. Look for the one-way cost from like LA to Phoenix and then reverse it. Go Phoenix to LA. And that will just give you a flavor of how big the traffic is from one location to another. So U-Haul published a report today talking about the 5 states that people are going to and the 3 states people are leaving. I bet I guessed 4 out of the 5 that was growing. And I got 2 out of the 3 that were shrinking. So let's see what you have. So again, the ones that are growing. Tennessee, number 1. And this is in order according to U-Haul. Tennessee is number 1. Texas, number 2. Florida, number 3. Ohio, number 4. I would have missed that one. I don't think I would have guessed Ohio. And then Arizona, number 5. When you look at that list, 3 out of the 5 have 0 state income tax. I think Ohio does. I think Ohio has income tax, state income tax. But Tennessee, Texas, Florida, the top 3 destinations for one-way U-Haul rates, non-state income tax. This rush from high-tax states is real. The urban flight is real. Now, what are the bottom 3 states, meaning the ones that are losing people? California is number 1. Shocking. Number 2, Illinois. I might have guessed that. I might not have guessed number 2, but probably would have guessed number 3 as Illinois. And then the third one surprised me. I would have guessed New York, and I would have been wrong. It is actually New Jersey is number 3. So again, California, Illinois, and New Jersey. Generally speaking, high-taxed areas. A couple other things I noted just for fun. IHOP, International House of Pancakes, is looking to increase takeout orders. So they've just rolled out a list of burritos and bowls, breakfast bowls. I guess not many people are taking out pancakes for pancakes and waffles. And then something to look at after hours, which I guess is happening right now. I was looking forward to Netflix earnings. I believe 90 days ago, Netflix missed, is my recollection. So we'll see what happens there. Again, I apologize to my morning viewers. I apologize for the quality. Sometimes it happens. This is the first time in over a year I've had to re-record. But thank you for letting me know. And now we got the January 19th all done. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. We'll do this tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Bye. Hey, Jimbao. How are you?